G'day, welcome back to Brooksy's Car Restorations. Today, on this particular episode, we're back on the Focus. The young fellow with us. Oops, wrong way. I'm going to start off the morning by doing a head gasket test and seeing how that goes. We found out this morning that the battery's completely cactus, so that's another thing we're going to have to add to the list of things that need to be done, unfortunately. Yeah, batteries are never cheap though. I'll put on the charge and see if we can't revive it somewhat, but I keep putting on the charger and it keeps going flat on me, so I don't know. Have to see what happens. Anyways, let's do this tester. Alrighty. So we've put that in there like that. At the moment it's a purpley colour. Supposedly if it changes colour then we have an issue. So if you wouldn't mind cranking it over please, Dad. My sexy assistant. There we go. Getting a few bubbles here and there, but the colour's not changing yet. Hopefully that's a good sign. We'll give it a couple of minutes and come back and see if it's changed colours. Well, it's still purple, and it's got this slight bubbling. If any of you guys know anything about these testers, let me know. Am I doing something wrong? Is it everything fine? Should I get a better tester? FYI, this is just a cheap Timo one. I've done lots of other tests though to see if there's anything potentially wrong with the head gasket. And yeah, each of the other tests have come back negative. So was it just low on water or fluid? Anyways, maybe it needs a thermostat. Only way of fully knowing properly, I guess, is if we can get this back on the road and drive it around regularly, potentially. Alright, so we're into the locking mechanism now. This was the old one, all snapped off. I mean, you could probably reuse this bit maybe, but we've got all new bits with new keys and stuff. Dad's just working out how it goes together. Seems to think he's got it in. I don't really like this design. They didn't run it for too long because they seemed to keep breaking off here for some reason. Look at that. Should be working, and then it sort of fits in behind the grill. But you want a smaller one? Yeah. There's another one over there behind you. Thinner one. So yeah, I think that'll have that sorted in about 2 seconds. Oh, yep. He opened the screwdriver. I said he's opened the screwdriver. Anyways, so that'll be in shortly with the grill back in. Not too hard a job. Righto, Dad. You want to take it for the maiden voyage?
Oh yeah. Probably shouldn't pack up till it's working, eh?
Yeah. So all the new locking mechanisms in.
Yep.
The front's back on.
Put back in, this back in. We got somewhere to cook this up.
Let's see if it works.
Just put on safety first.
Alright. Yes. And that was properly closed?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Sweet, one more job knocked over.
Not that perfect because the 3 tabs that push in and lock in and hold this in are broken. But all the other ones are.
But unless you give that a good wibble
Yeah.
and wobble, you're not going to really know that too much. But it still looks reasonable.
It's got all the push pins in around the top, holding all the top in.
Could this be zip tied down potentially, or maybe? We'll see. Anyways, they probably broke those tabs off the bottom there to get it there. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. The mechanism to get in the bonnet and open it. Alright, we're going to go have some lunch and do some more stuff when we get back.
Sounds like a plan.
G'day, welcome back to Brooksy's Car Restoration. We're back on the Focus, Xr5 Focus today. Hoping we'll have it registered this week. I got Dad helping out. Hello. We believe there's a short between this Parker and this Parker. Yeah, we have very strict laws in New South Wales, registration laws that you need to pass to get cars on the road. So we're just going over the car completely and nipping every last little thing up, so hopefully it'll pass. So yeah, he's tackling that. I am going to tackle the tint. Some registrars are very strict about the tint because apparently it's a distraction. You can't see through it properly, blah, blah, blah. It's a safety feature, who knows, whatever. It looks ugly anyways, I'm getting rid of it. I don't really want them knocking anything, so I'm just going to clean it up. So we'll do that today, those 2 things today. Time might do some other things, but they're the 2 main things that I need, hopefully, to get through Rego. The tyres are great. Pretty much everything else in the car I think's great. We've gone already over all the lights. All the lights only are working except for one. We changed a couple of bulbs. So hopefully by the end of this video we'll have the car registered. We may even have it finished, I don't know. There's only a few little things left to do on it. So yeah. And there's lots of cool stuff coming up on the channel. If you missed the last video, I got a 1950s single spinner or shoebox ute. Fun and games. I've got really big plans for that. I've worked out roughly what I want to do with it, so it's a matter of getting in and getting it done eventually. But we need a bit of money first, so let's get this car sorted out and fixed up, because paint doesn't buy itself, unfortunately. So generally speaking, when I do tint, I just use a steamer, or I prefer a steamer, to be honest, over a heat gun, but a heat gun works alright as well. I just find that the steam gets in underneath the sticky, what do you call it, the sticky plastic stuff better, and whereas the heat obviously helps to dissolve the glue, but it's the moisture sort of helps get it off better. I don't know. Whatever, each their own. And just a razor blade basically, and just slowly pull it as you're heating it up. But yeah, see if we can't find somewhere to sit this. I'm gonna have to get my tripod. So so we worked out that the lighting issue for the Parkers was caused by blowing fuses, and the main culprit here were these 2 wires here that have somehow fused themselves together.
Look at that.
And those ones over here are all cracked and broken.
Yeah, they're
looking too.
Overheated, and the insulation's coming off them.
Yeah, those
look
two
at that. Insulation's coming off all of them. Every single one of them. That's just dodgy electrical cables.
Well, we'll just do the ones that are causing issues right now. Hopefully those bulbs are still savable.
If I separate those and put a new fuse in,
it'll be happy. Put some tape on it first, maybe.
Oh, I'll be right. I'll separate them. Okay. I'll put a new fuse in.
So much of that wire is plastic's coming off though.
I know.
Because it could be touching against the other things as well.
Yep, that's true.
No,
I just got it touching over here. I had it away.
Okay, I didn't think it was touching there. My bad.
There we go.
Alright, try that there. The bulb could be buggered too though.
It could be. It could be.
It won't blow the fuse at least.
Hopefully not.
And we have light.
How about on the back?
I haven't been to the back yet.
The back light works as well.
Rightio, that was our issue.
That was our issue.
Those wires touching together.
Yep.
Sweet, sweet.
A blown bulb on the left and a short in the right.
Yep. And that'll hopefully, if we get that sorted out, we can go through retro.
Yep.
Well, not hopefully, we will be able to if we can keep the lights from shorting out. Just on the tint in the back of the Focus. Feel like my steamer's not doing steamy things today. I may end up changing to my heat gun. Yeah, we'll see. All the residue's still sticking to the what do you call it? Back window. So yeah, what it is what it is. We'll keep going. See what it looks like when we're done. So we chopped in. Dad and I both got in, and we've taken off all the tint. Now there's still a bit of residue on most of the windows, but it's not bubbly anymore. See the residue. All our lights are working again. I've taken the spare out, it's a bit rusty, I'm giving it a clean up. We'll take the residue off after lunch. Yeah, all the windows are now done. What else was there? I don't know. Lots of stuff going on. I got a new battery for it. Installed that. Put the box back together. I've just taken the spare wheel out because it was looking a bit rusty and whatnot, so I'm cleaning that up. Gonna give it a dust of black paint. It's not necessary, but I just like going that extra mile, making the cars look nice. You know, because I'm gonna end up painting the rims and the calipers and everything anyways, and make it look a little slick. So, you know, you don't want to put a dodgy spare, ugly spare on there. Yeah, but I mean, tyre probably needs potentially changing too. I don't know how bad it is, but anyway, we're going to do that and go get some lunch. It's looking slightly better after the first coat. Anywho,
Sprayed over the sticker, or did you mask it?
no, I masked up over the sticker.
Okay, cool.
Yep. In case you couldn't hear, Dad just asked if I masked over the sticker, if I sprayed over it. But yeah, I masked over it, so it'll still have the nice little yellow sticker on it when it's done, hopefully. And yeah, we're going to go get a feed and we'll be back. Just about ready to call it a day here at Brooksy's Car Restorations. Shout out to the hardest member of our team. Good old shop back. Put in some work today. Anyways, let's have a quick squeeze at what we've done. So, the spare tyre, was looking to get at the other tyres eventually, but it's looking a bit better now. Also, Dad's just finishing up some of the windows. Most of the windows are down, but they're looking quite glassy now instead of all bubbly in the tint and that. Back window, saw it before when I was pulling the tint. I've just finished detailing most of the car. I've just got the front to do. This is the boot, minus the tyre obviously. I haven't fully detailed it enough to sell it, but it's a lot cleaner now. Gave it a good shampoo and that. The seats are all right back, so you can't see the back floors, but the back floors are clean. There was a tear in here as well, which we fixed up off camera. And all the floor mats, I'd usually throw floor mats away, but all the floor mats have come up really, really nice. Excuse that sun. Oof. Driver's side was the worst, but it's not looking bad. And the rest of them. So yeah, you can see the old guy, young guy. He's waving at you, look at him. He's waving at you. He's smiling too. I start cracking that whip. I'm just kidding. Nah, but yeah, she's coming up pretty nice. Running out of time, I'll give it a wash and a bit better clean on the outside before I take it down for the rego inspection tomorrow, because I've taken off the plates, front and back as well, sitting up there. So she'll get some fresh plates on her, hopefully. I'll give the rims a nice clean up. I'm going to paint them later, but yeah, for now they'll just get cleaned. But yeah, the Recaro is looking alright. I've still got to hit them with some shampoo and stuff. Still got to shampoo the floor as well, front floor. But I've done that side that Dad's on. He's sitting on a wet seat currently. He's getting a wet bum. Okay. Anywho, we'll see you when we see you. In a very short amount of time, I've got her somewhat looking better. I still need to do a little bit more paint corrections. So you can see this guard's a bit sort of white. Still got to paint and fix the rims, but I don't need that for the inspection. I've just given them a good clean up. You can still see the white on this side of the car from the residue from the buffer. This side's looking pretty damn good though. So I'm about to take this down, put some fuel in it and take it down for its inspection. With any luck, in the next part of the video you'll be seeing new plates on this thing. So yeah, wish us luck. Got us some new plates. So we'll be dallying her for a little while just to make sure she doesn't overheat. But so far so good. Got a surprise for you guys coming up as well. So I'm pretty excited. So yeah. Boom. And boom. How you doing? Let's get that paint looking good. Rim's done. We call it D-U-N, done, like the old pudding says. Rightio, it's getting pretty dark. Coming into wintry months now, and the sun goes down way earlier. It's only 5 o'clock, believe it or not. Anywho, Focus. Not sure where I left you last on the Focus. I've had 2 weeks off with kids' holidays and blah blah blah. Anyways, my goal for today, / tomorrow, is to try and get this as clean as humanly possible, / clean out the what do you call it, radiator / cooling system. So there seems to be some sort of oily residue in the overflow, which I've got some really nice Newlon product which supposedly gets rid of everything in the cooling system. My standard radiator flush I don't think would have sorted it out, but anyways, we'll give it a crack and see what we reckon. So we're going to drain this, blah 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 blah. It says that it needs to run for over an hour, between an hour and 120 minutes or whatever, so it's like between an hour and 2 hours, and I'm not necessarily going to run the car that long, but I don't know, we'll see if it's starting to work. Maybe I'll run it a bit longer, I don't know. Anyways, yes, so that's the sort of before picture. We'll see if the product actually works or not. Either way, I'm putting fresh coolant in it. I may end up having to replace this altogether if I can't get it clean enough, whatever. Anyways, see. So I've given the cooling system a bit of a break. I decided to, because it's getting really hot now, I decided to rip the wheels off and start getting into those. I still can't get the bottom hose off, but now that I've got it jacked up, and I'm going to take the intake off and really get stuck into it, hopefully, and then paint the calipers, fix up those rims, and just a sneak peek at what's coming on the Triumph. Stuff's happening today. Had 2 weeks off and we're getting stuck back into it again, making up for lost time. Alright, probably seen me do rims a million times, or other people as well potentially, but whatever, is what it is. These ones have got really, really bad gutter rash, so we're going to try to gently take those out with a grinder. Using gently and grinder in the same sentence. Anywho, I'm not trying to cover anything up, but we'll just smooth it as best as we can, and just then hit it with the same colour. It's already got a metallic flake in it, so I'm using like a metallic flake sort of paint, and yeah, try to restore them as best as we can, because they're really nice rims. It's just a pity about all this nastiness. So we'll give that a crack. Some of these grooves are really quite deep, but I've gotten rid of a few of them already. But anyways, you get the idea. I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done. Just very gently trying to grind them out, trying to smooth it as best I can. So we've taken out most of the rough edges so far. So, you know, obviously we'll clean that up a bit with some sandpaper and make it a bit smoother. But, you know, compare that to say that or that. Yeah, huge big difference. You know, like that's really smooth there now. But we'll fine tune it a bit more, obviously, with some very fine sandpaper, and then hit the rest of the rim with some fine sandpaper, and then we'll yeah, throw some paint on there. All right, finally we get some good weather again, and so far today, We got these bad boys, one coat on these bad boys. Yep, and we need to buy a bit more stuff, but yeah, and then we'll but very shortly throwing a coat on these as well, so I'm not sure how much of the process I'm going to film. I've done a million tyres on the channel before and brakes before on the channel, so it's more so just a vlog to let you know that, you know, I'm still out here, still doing stuff. I'm hoping that the Xr5 will be finished either today or tomorrow, because there's a car meet on this weekend. I'd like to get it to show it off. So got a little bit more to do on the paint, and then we've got some ceramic coating for it to preserve my $200 paint job. You know, make a bit shiny as well. So we'll see how that looks in the sun shortly or later. See how we feel. This one's for you, Justin. Just so you know, she's still here. So long story short, both mirrors fell out. They were only held on with double-sided tape, but luckily for me they dropped out and landed in the mud. It wasn't at the same time, it was over a couple of weeks, so we're cleaning them up and hopefully putting them back on. Well, Dad is anyways.
Morning.
Apparently that's a carburetor. I know, I'm being silly. Back on this. So the next day, we've painted up the calipers all nicely. That is looking pretty damn spectacular. Still got the back ones to do now. Doing the flush, we finally got all that sorted. I'm just putting some fuel in it, gonna run it for a little bit. Hey guys, got to get a video out this week. I'm pretty much done with the Xr5 now. Still got to do a little bit of paint correction and yeah, but how's that looking? Hopefully get her up for sale this week. Not too shabby, not too shabby. It's a little bit more paint correction, like I said, and yeah. Anyways, sorry if I had any decent videos out for a while. The weather's been terrible and been away, and it's just full of excuses apparently. Anyways, to be continued.